we're back with our engine. This time we're indoors at home, just to keep everything warm, including me. Never particularly enjoyable to do these things in the dead of winter when your hands are freezing and touching metal objects and tools. So we're going to continue our build here. The first thing we're going to try and do is peen this washer over onto, or tab this washer over onto our nut here. Now I've just got a peening tool, which hopefully make it easy to bang down. Okay, now hopefully that nut won't go anywhere else. Okay, so next to go on is our oil pickup. So I've put a new washer on here, and I've put a new little plastic pickup piece as well. And there's two threads on the inside of the engine block here, which is where these go onto. And I've got my spring washers and my 10mm bolts. Nuts even. Just nip it up first before we tighten it all the way. There we go, nice and tight. Now we can just give this a little bit of a clean up and put our gasket on there. It's nice and clean. So I've got my sealant here, using 3-bond silicone liquid sealant. It's what was recommended to me by Nathan from Classic Car Solutions, so that's what we're going with, and we're just going to spread it round on top of here to give a nice seal. And we're going to take our gasket and try and line out nicely with our holes. Should make it easier to then put on. Just touch it down gently. Try not to move it around too much while I just locate a couple of them. go. Put all these in, and then we can tighten it up. Now these are special washers. They're a special shape that go on, don't know whether you can see this easily, but go into the kind of ridge here quite nicely, but don't then allow them to continue to turn within the ridge itself. Okay, so all of those are now started, and what we're going to do is just go around and just nip them up a little bit. First of all, just get them kind of nicely seated, just to make sure everything goes together okay. If I was out in the garage, I could be using an air ratchet to do this, but I'm not. The advantage though is that I'm warm and it's clean in here, unlike the dusty garage. Okay, so that's all on. I'm just going to check around the sides, just make sure it looks all nice and flat against the block, which it does. So now we're going to tighten it up. Danger is here over tightening. So again, we're going to take it easy, try and go around the sides. It's really, I've found it easy in the past to kind of over tighten and ruin the thread, which is not good for these small bolts. So okay, so I'm going to leave it there, might nip those up again. And what I'm probably going to do is, once we've got the engine running, it will heat up anyway, so everything will expand. So that's probably enough for now, and we'll let it expand and then see where we need to maybe nip it up a little bit more. Just got a little bit of extra sealant around here, so I'm just going to wipe that off. Let me just go around and do that. Neaten it up a little bit. Just check around this side as well, make sure there's no big bits of sealant hanging out. All looks good. So now we're just going to put our centrifugal oil filter on. Now, some people put sealant around this. I have never done that, so I'm not going to do it now. I've got a new rubber seal that goes on, supposedly. And there we go. Make sure that's seated correctly. And this needs to go on a certain way, so it's going to be there, I believe. Well, you can feel the seal actually is, yeah, they do need replacing, but that's going to make a good seal. Now I need to find my correct fittings for this. Okay, so I worked out my problem, I think. The mark that we made with Nathan on the crank here is diametrically opposed to where it should be, but that's fine for what we did in terms of finding top dead center for one of the pistons. So hopefully now this will go on correctly. We won't be left in a position where one of the things doesn't fit. I was very worried because this was a online purchase that I'd got a bad part or something, but as usual it's just my ability rather than anything else. So we're just going to go around and slowly tighten these as we go. And so the ring's just popped in, which is good. We should get a nice seal on that. So it does give a setting, and it's only 6 foot-pounds, which is very low, but we will set this anyway at, where are we, 2, 4, 6. It's possibly because they're spring washers as well. So we're going to go around. One, I'm going to do over here. I'm doing a hex pattern. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go around again. Yep, all good. So that's on. Next we're going to put our fuel pump on. So it's blanked off the holes to make sure no debris can get in there. And here we have the one we took off, which gave a little clean to. So that's how it's going to go. And we should have some gaskets for this. And we do, we have 2 gaskets, so one's going to go, I assume, on the one side of this. And one on the other. We have our fuel pipe rod, which is all nice and clean as well, which will go in this hole here and seat nicely there. And then we have our fuel pump itself. There we go, so that's a 13. There's no give and torque for this, so we're just going to do it up tight. we go.